tomorrow.
Thanks for being here. You look very pretty.
Thank you.
You know, fellas, I'm here all night. First of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And second of all, you know, I'm noticing this season on the show,
Yes.
There's a lot of nudity.
Yes,
but
there
it's not you in Paris. It's
really
everybody
not.
else.
And everyone thought that we were going to be nude. Everyone was asking me, oh my God, you're at a nudist colony. Are you guys nude? And we're like, we're not nude. We were maids.
Right, that's flawed thinking.
I know.
People want to see you guys nude.
I know, it didn't
and
happen.
everyone else is nude, and they're the people that you don't necessarily want to see nude.
Yes, they were all older, but they're actually, I have to give credit, there were two younger guys. One was pierced, and I guess like a rule there is that you can't be pierced.
You can't be pierced in a sensitive area and a nudist? What do they care if you're pierced or not?
I don't know, I guess it's like threatening or whatever. So this one young guy came, and he didn't live there. He lived at another nudist colony, and
he just was visiting from another nudist colony?
Yeah.
Does he just ride over naked on his tricycle or
Yeah,
something?
and he was like all muscly and everything, and he came with this like piercing, and he's like, hi, and he's standing up, and I'm sitting down, and I was like, and he's talking to me, and the older man who's in charge of it all, he's like, well, you know, you can't have this piercing here, and the guy's like, oh, no problem, and he just takes it out, and da-da-da-da, and then he takes it out, and he shoves it in his pocket, and the guy's like, all right, thank you, and they're like,
Shoves
thank
it in
you,
his pocket?
thank
What
you.
pocket?
And they're like touching each other, like, thank you, thank you
Oh,
so much,
weird.
thank
Oh,
you.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it was just like, oh, I mean, it was so gross.
So it's a removable piercing. It comes on and snaps back on again.
Exactly.
Right. That's handy to have. And there's a lot of elderly nudity. I've noticed that when the times that I've been on an island where there's a nude beach, all the naked people are like in their 80s.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, for some reason, when people hit their 80s, they're like, time to show it all.
I know. And the place was called Caliente, so when I went there, Caliente means hot, so I was like, oh, well, maybe there'll be, like, hot naked people.
Yeah.
But they were all everything.
I think it means it's old naked people who are feeling very hot.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
It's too warm. Now, I've noticed on the show, you'll just blurt out and ask people to do things, and they do it.
Well,
And,
you know
I think it's the way you ask.
I never think that anyone's listening to me. I just kind of say things just to entertain myself.
Right.
And then...
Trust me, I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I mean? I just like say
That's
things.
what I do here for an hour every night.
I just like talk to myself, and sometimes people just do it, and I'm like, that's so crazy. Like, I asked this one old man, J.O., who he was the first man that we stayed with, and he's this older cowboy, and he was talking about how he, like, has a bunch of chaps, and I was like, oh, have you ever gone with no pants in your chaps? And he's like, only for my wives, and I was like, well, will you just put on some chaps and no pants? Like, not even being serious, and he comes back with chaps on.
And nothing else.
And nothing else.
That's so weird. You can just walk around and just tell people to do things for you, and they'll do it.
But he actually had a really tight bottom. I have to give him credit. Because he was older. No,
That's funny. I didn't ask. I hit no point. That's not where I was going. But tell me about his bottom. Is it tight? I must know.
I could see in your eyes you wanted to know.
Yeah, you could see in my eyes.
Yeah.
The bottom. Find out about the bottom. Could you make it for me out of clay? You're a prankster on the show, and I guess you're a prankster in real life. You like to have fun with people.
I am. I just, you know, I don't even do it to entertain anybody else.
Right.
I literally do it only to entertain myself. Like, if I have one person sleep over, I'll, like, draw on their face and, like, sit in my room and, like, laugh at them by myself. Like, for no reason. For absolutely no reason.
That's called insanity.
I know.
Laughing.
And then,
What's something you've done that's really mean that you've done recently?
oh, well, last week, a friend of mine, she's younger, and she's never had a credit card. And I, again, did not think she was listening to me, and I was totally being sarcastic. And you know how if credit card companies want you to join them, they send you like a little cutout, and
Right.
the standard name's JL Web, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's
And it's like made of paper.
It's paper, yeah. And so I was like, I got it in the mail, and I was like, oh, Alex, do you want a credit card? And she like looks at me with these eyes. She's like, really? And I'm like, should I go with this? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, you know, Fox gives me this limit, and I can use $500, but my bank won't let me use that card or something like that. And I was like, but you can use it. There is a limit, though. And I just like totally went with it. And she's like, okay. And I said, all right, well, there was like 4 of us going to dinner then. I was like, you have to pay for dinner, though, because I always pay for you. And she's like, okay. And then she's in the car, and she looks at me, and she's like, well, and I snatched it from her. I'm like, you know what, Alex, I'm trying to be your friend. How dare you?
That is
I'm trying to look out
that
for
is
you.
so smart,
And she's
yeah.
like, okay, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm just trying to
Once
be
you
your friend. She's like,
withdraw
I'm
it,
sorry.
they want it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
please, please.
So we go to the sushi restaurant. I've been going there for years.
Right.
And I've been going there for years. They've
Right.
never spoken a word of English to me in their whole entire
Right.
lives. And the check comes, and there's like 4 people, and I was like, go ahead, Alex, pay. And her little face was so excited. She puts the card down, and I'm like holding in my tears.
Right.
And the guy comes back, never spoken a word of English. He comes back, and he's like, slams the paper down, he goes, are you joking me? Hysterically crying,
Right.
leaves me there.
Oh,
I just like,
sweet.
find my own way back. It was just
And
so
I've never
cute.
spoken to her since.
No, she loves me.
She's in
We're
jail.
best friends.
Could be, where's she now? Oh, she's gone. She's in jail. That's like giving someone that fake money that has a moose, like Mr. Moose for president.
I really didn't think that she was going to believe me. Like, I truly, truly did.
That's sweet. You know, and that's the thing is you know how to play it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Now, I want to ask you about something dealing with your family and your life. Your father is Lionel Richie.
Yes, he is.
And I'm curious, you're a very attractive woman. Does a guy ever try and... What? You are. If a guy ever... That guy had guts, the guy that tried for you in the audience. Does someone ever try and, like, it's a romantic mood or something like that, and he puts on one of your dad's songs? Wouldn't that be weird? I'm just trying to imagine that. Like, you're getting in this romantic mood, and then he's like, hold on just 1 second, have some
And
more
I hear,
white
like,
wine.
my dad's voice in the background.
See you save me. Say it all there.
I really don't know what I would do. That'd be horrible.
I had a dream. I'm sorry, I just go into this other place when I
That's hot.
start singing your dad's stuff. Yeah, thank you. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
I think I might spit on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know what that's like perverted and
Right,
weird.
right. Because you like
making
that
out.
music, you can't hear. Yeah.
Well, I
that's-
don't want to be like making out and hear my dad's voice in the
Exactly.
background. Like, that's like perverted and weird.
Well, see, that's something that gets me going. Is when I hear my dad. Yeah, hearing my dad sing an old banjo tune. Oh, you don't know. You're like, I gotta get out of here. What's wrong with this man? You've had a few, I guess you could call them Jessica Simpson moments on the show where you've said something and people were like, did she really mean to say that or not? For example, you thought New Mexico was in Mexico.
Okay, let me say this.
Okay.
Okay?
And I'm just asking if
And I
those are
said
real.
it so quietly, and I cannot believe that it like came up on the mic. But
Right.
I was actually concerned because Paris was going through all the states that we're going through, and I was thinking to myself, she's like, da 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 da, New Mexico, and I'm on probation, and I can't leave the country without permission. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought New Mexico was in Mexico, and I'm like freaking
Right,
out, like,
right,
well,
right.
we're gonna have to call somebody, and like da da da. It was just like panic thinking. Let me have something.
Yeah, sure.
It
That's
happens.
fine. That's fine. I'll let you have it. So you're on probation. All right.
That's another show.
Yeah, that's another show. You got to come back and talk about that. The Simple Life 2 Road Trip airs Wednesday nights at 9 on Fox. It was really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Nicole, Richie, we'll be right back. Hart is here.